Welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to Cruz Azul versus Cruz Azul versus Tijuana. I'm not. The game hasn't started yet. It is what it is. How we doing, Jimmy? How we doing? How we doing? StreamYard's being a jackass tonight. So, it is what it is. Tonight we're watching reacting to Club Tijuana versus Cruz Azul, CF Cruz Azul, Jornada 5, Liga MX Clausura 2025. And Rumble, I guess, ain't working today, so let me just deal with this. What the hell, man? How we doing? Club Tijuana contra CF Cruz Azul na Liga MX Clausura Jornada 5. Starting 11s are as follows for Tijuana. Jesus Corona, the back five of Jackson Poroso, Jesus Gomez, Ramiro Franco, Una Bilbao, Rafael Fernandez, the midfield three, Kevin Castañeda, Gilberto Mora, Francisco Contreras, the front two of Domingo Blanco, and Efrain Alvarez. They're playing in Tijuana. Hit that live button. Let's get this one going. Starting 11 for Cruz Azul in goal, Kevin Mir. The back three of Willardita, Jorge Sanchez, Gonzalo Piovi. The midfield four of Amadi Morales, Eric Lira, Charlie Rodriguez, Carlos Rotondi. The attacking midfield two of Lorenzo Faravelli, Luco Romero, and Yorgos Yakimakis up top for Cruz Azul. And oh, yeah. So we are where we are. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. I don't know where he is. But we got a game going. We're about to see it get going. Leon just beat Mazatlan 2-1. Not surprised. Leon has James Rodriguez and Mazatlan is Mazatlan. I'm not surprised at all. Who would be? Who would be? Without James Rodriguez, they still should be beating Mazatlan, but they did anyway. So there you go. With that being said, teams will walk out. We'll get this one going. They're playing in Tijuana at Estadio Caliente. And that was the first result of the weekend, the match round. Leon beats Mazatlan. Tijuana plays Cruz Azul. Most of these games played on Saturday and Sunday. See how this goes. See you tomorrow. America Juarez, Chivas Querétaro, Pachuca Atlas, Monterrey Necaxa, Toluca Tigres, and Sunday is Santos Puebla, San Luis Pumas. Xolos Cruz Azul. Yep. We are here. We're ready. And it'll get going. If Cruz Azul wins, that'll pop them up to top 5. If Tijuana wins, that'll put them in the fight of 5, 6, and 7. Of course, what matches to be played. And that's, yay, Corbiano's a good move for TFC. I like it, but I need to see some more. Sporting KC. Starting 11 for Tijuana. Corona, Contreras, Bilbao, Franco, Blanco, Poroso, Fernandez, Gomez, Mora, Castañeda, Alvarez. So Fatmob had it wrong. Juan Carlos Osorio. Yeah, Blanco's deeper on the field, yeah. I said I want TFC to do more. They've only signed one player. I don't think they will do much more. But they need a number 10 because it seems like Insigne is trash. If you looked at that up preseason friendly, when he played the second half as a number 10, he looked like trash. He's just trash at this point. So get rid of him. Actually get a number 10 because having Osorio play the number 10 wants me to rip my hair out. He's not a number 10. For Vicente Sanchez, we have Mir, Piovi, Orozco, Dita, Rotondi, Sanchez, Rodriguez, Morales, Falavelli, Romero, Yakamakis. And of course, Cruz Azul will be playing Real Hope over the next 2 weeks during Champions Cup. Because, yes, the next 2 games, the next game they play on February 4th will be against Real Hope. They play Pachuca on the weekend, and they play Real Hope the second leg on Tuesday, February 11. They should win that, even without Anselmi. They should still beat Real Hope. Pachuca, I'm not sure. Tonight, hell, I'm not sure about tonight either, but I do believe they'll beat a Haitian team over 2 legs. No problem. Buenas noches. Buenas noches. How we doing, Flavio? But, and then after that second leg against Real Hope, Saturday the 15th, they play Tigres, they play Santos, they play Querétaro, they play Mazatlan, and then after that, they're probably, if they make it through, there will be a round of 16 tie, then Monterrey, round of 16, San Luis. For Cruz Azul, which might be a bit tough, is all I'm saying. Might be a bit tough. Whether it's a bit or a good amount of tough, it is. That's actually pretty cool. League 10 NYCFC home kit. Why is it the old crest? That's the old crest, right? But hey, that's a beautiful kit though. I like that. Does kind of look Windows 98. The teams are walking out. We're getting ready to go. Hey, Leon won. They're doing well right now. They got one of the biggest signings they ever will, and they won. Should be happy. Real happy. And by the way, James Rodriguez will be at the Club World Cup for y'all. Let's not forget that. They might have a chance. But we have 2 halves tonight. Tomorrow I'm watching Royal Rumble. Me too. Now, of course, not on stream, but I'm watching the match or the show. I don't think that'll happen, but we'll see. Cruz Azul wearing their white kits with blue pants. Tijuana wearing their black kits with black shorts. More onyx-ish, to be fair, but that may just be the lighting. I'm not sure. But they're playing in Tijuana. This match, 8. I know he's getting older. I know he's more injury prone recently, but he's still Max Scherzer. He's still, if he's a 5th starter for the Jays, that is the best 5th starter they've had all time. He's going to be a 5th starter performing like a 3 at the very least. If he doesn't get hurt. I mean, if it's a 1-year deal, if he's hurt, you flush it. The team's probably going to suck if he's hurt. If he's good or if he's healthy, there's no way he's just a 5 starter. He's going to outperform that slot. So, I mean, it's either boom or bust. It's not even really a bust, to be fair. It's a boom if he's healthy. If he's not, it is what it is. It's a 1-year deal that you were taking a flyer on a player who's historically awesome, that if he does play and is healthy, is going to be way better than a 5th starter. But that's the slot he's going to take. But he's going to be a 5th starter who performs like a 3, maybe a 2.5. You know, so it can't be a horrible signing. It could be amazing, but it won't be horrible. And here's the coin toss. I think that is the Tijuana 3rd kit. Mario Terrazas is the center ref tonight. How we doing, Risklander? I have to look back at the book, but I would say, well, hold on. I won't. Damn, that's the wrong thing. On screen keyboard. That's decent, but let's look at the groups. I mean, Monterrey. No, I think they could get out of their group. I don't think they have a bad chance of getting out of their group. There's Inter Milan, but River Plate versus Monterrey, that's about even at this point, in my opinion. But Urawa, they're better than. So they're at least 3rd place. I don't think Inter is going to lose to River Plate. I think River will beat Urawa. So pretty much Monterrey versus River is going to decide who makes out of the group. I think Monterrey versus River is a 50-50 match. I think Monterrey could get out of that group. Pachuca. I mean, Pachuca did beat Al Ahly. They could beat Al Hilal. Salzburg ain't special right now. Yeah, they could definitely get out of that group. Definitely. Al Hilal. Yeah, I think Pachuca could beat. At least got a point off of. Real Madrid, they didn't beat them last time. Why would they beat them? I don't think so. Leon Chelsea. Chelsea's going to win. Leon versus Esperance de Tunis. I think Leon wins that. And honestly, with James Rodriguez, yeah, Leon could beat Flamengo. And with, yeah, I think that could happen. I think so. Yeah, Leon could get out of the group. I mean, yeah, I think all three of those teams, as it stands, could get out of the group. So I don't think one's harder than the other. I still have Cruz Azul winning this match 2-1. Have them winning 2-1. Honestly, the only CONCACAF team that might be screwed is Seattle. And we're off. 0-0, 0-0, Tijuana contra Cruz Azul. Exactly. So, I mean, Miami, I think they could get out of their group, depending on how well they were playing. Besides, I think they might get some Kansas City Chiefs style help. Monday night. Monday. We always do it the day before the tournament starts. Monday. Miami will probably get some help to get out of the group anyway. Yeah, Seattle might be the team that's screwed most out of CONCACAF teams. I mean, Paris Saint-Germain, Atletico Madrid, and Botafogo. I don't care if they're playing at home every game. They're still playing PSG and Atletico and Botafogo. Hell, they might even beat Botafogo. They're still not beating PSG or Atleti. Botafogo might damn near be screwed too, to be fair. 1 minute in. Miami, they could beat Al Ahly. I'm not saying they will, but they can. They could beat Porto. Especially if they get some help. But I mean, Porto did just hire a manager from CONCACAF. So there you go. Palmeiras. I could see Miami winning all three of those games. If they get help and things go their way and they're actually playing well at that time, they could win 2 out of 3, if not all 3. If you don't think the FIFA referees are going to help Messi at least try to get out of the group, you're crazy. They definitely got one of the easier European teams as well, out of all things considered. They could have got Bayern Munich. They could have got Chelsea, which doesn't seem as easy as it would have, hell, even when the draw was made, let alone when the field was, besides Miami, completed. They've definitely gotten better. They're not Inter Milan. They're not Borussia Dortmund. They're not Man City. They're not Juventus. Not Real Madrid. I mean, Juventus. If they got Salzburg, well, they were pot 4, so they couldn't have anyway, but well, hold on. Let me see. No, Salzburg was pot 2. So they could have gotten Salzburg or Juventus. It was just the positioning. 3 minutes in, headed away. But, I mean, they got one of the easier UEFA teams. In my book. I don't care how high they're ranked. They're one of the easier ones. Four minutes in, 0-0, 0-0. 4 minutes in, headed away. Tijuana trying to get the ball back. Cruz Azul. I don't think Miami are that good. And they'll beat Sporting San Miguelito 4-5, 6-0 probably. And people are like, but they're still fine. Yeah, it's Sporting San Miguelito. I don't think. So, yeah, what if they win that 5 or 6? Okay, sure. 6 minutes in. Playing for Cruz Azul. Here's a chance. Shot. Goal. 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 Luca Romero. The ball played back to him. It's in. 0-1, 0-1 Cruz Azul. That's a good start. Nobody in front of him. All he had to do was receive the pass, and he put it away. 6 minutes in. 0-1, 0-1 Cruz Azul. La Máquina. Líder. No? No one thinks so, but I don't think so. Let's see what they call it. Hasn't been called yet, so we'll see if... Nope, it is a goal. Very good pass, for sure. But a good check to make sure it's on. But good goal for Cruz Azul. They take the lead. Out of nowhere, really. But a good play forward that leads to the goal. Sadly, you're not getting one. If I was doing one, it'd be up already. It'd be sitting up there already. Monterrey's not look good. Well, true, but they still have a lot of high-paid players on their team. By the way, Sergio Ramos. So, do with that what you will. Do with that what you will. Go find somebody else's watch along for the Rumble. You'll see me on Sunday. Well, after the review of this game, you'll see me on Sunday. Seems to me like there will be a review of this game because there's a score. It's not a 0-0 draw. Can't really slow walk it, though, but it will not be a 0-0 draw. 1-0 win, I'll still review it. But seems to me like this is getting off to a hot start. Very, very, very badly defended. Very, very scattergun, I'd have to say. Makes it interesting, though. 9 minutes in. Should Monterrey stop buying old players? Well, what European players with a name would be coming to Liga MX who aren't old? Cross in. They have money to spend. They're going to spend it. Shot! Save! Shot! Past the post! Past the post! Is that Rotondi? Yeah, it was. No, that was Gonzalo Piovi. No, it was Gonzalo Piovi. Makes sense why he was so close. Cruz Azul is starting to dominate this game, I gotta say. They ain't happy, I gotta say. Cruz Azul definitely is starting to show their quality. They're not happy with what Anselmi did or the whole situation in general. And I think they got a fire lit under their ass because they did just win their last match. Came back to win it, but they won it. And they've started off pretty well tonight, even if Tijuana's had a chance or two and it's been pretty scattergun on both sides defensively and stop-start. Cruz Azul's woken up. They've definitely found a position of they got to make a statement. They got to make a statement. And suffice it to say, I think they're playing well at this point. Free kick. I want to see better players, Liga MX. That, I hate to tell you, that ain't happening. Cruz Azul scored. Yep, 1-0. And that one scored a second. They got close. Ball over the top. Header. Be a goal kick for Mir. Playing forward, Cruz Azul. Ooh, blocked away. More like a couple of days than next month, but it should be. With the way they're playing, it might just. 12 minutes. 0-1, 0-1, Cruz Azul. Cruz Azul are starting to dominate this game. When Mateusz Bogusz makes it to Cruz Azul's bench. I mean, he should be on there right now, considering he just got signed. They showed him. Whatever the word is, they introduced him. He should be. He is on the squad. Says Thought Mob, he's on the squad. I mean, he's better than. I'd say he's better than Romero. They're winning 1-0. 0-1 Cruz Azul. I mean, Mateusz Bogusz, he's better than Romero. He's better than Levy. Sepulveda, striker. Okay. I mean, Bogusz should be on the bench, let alone starting at some point soon. I mean, I definitely wouldn't be surprised if he plays the CCL match on Tuesday. I'm surprised if he wouldn't play that or start that. I didn't know they would be, but it'd be awesome if they did. Probably wouldn't be there. I'd probably watch it on TV, but, you know. Not just probably, pretty damn sure I won't be there, but we'll USA. In the USA. Everywhere else, Netflix. Pau Lopez to Toluca. Cruz Azul has Raul Hope FA of Haiti in the first round. The round of 16. Let me see if I could get the bracket. See if I can get the bracket. Not from here. Okay, so Font Mob's not going to do it perfectly. He plays it forward. Let's see what. Let's look at where we are. 2025 CONCACAF Champions Cup. Bracket. There we go. If Cruz Azul beats Real Hope, which they should, they're going to play the winner of the Antigua Seattle Sounders tie. It would probably be Seattle. It probably very likely will be Cruz Azul versus Seattle in the round of 16, which I think they could still win that match. I don't think they'd lose that. If they win that, Cibao versus Chivas will end up playing the winner, or end up playing Club America in the round of 16. If it's Chivas, we'll get another El Clásico de Mexico Champions Cup tie like we did last year. I thought this game would be better when I made the January schedule than Leon Mazatlan. I don't know. I don't know if I was wrong, but Cruz Azul's went through a lot of turmoil, but it seems like it's motivated them. But they didn't start the season well, and then they went through turmoil. Leon has James Rodriguez, so maybe I was wrong. But when I made the January schedule, I picked this game. That might have been a bad pick. I'm not going to say horrible, but it might have been still slightly the wrong pick. But whatever. But Chivas should still beat Cibao. I don't care how bad Chivas is right now. They should still beat Cibao. It's a Dominican Republic team. They should still win that game. Then they play Club America, which at this point, the Aguilas will beat Chivas at this point. So very likely the quarterfinals going to end up being Cruz Azul versus America. Well, how recently that's went down. Or they pull a Pachuca, or Cruz Azul pulls a Pachuca and beats America in the quarterfinals, but can't beat them in the Liga. But on the other side of the bracket, on that half, you have Real Estelí versus Tigres playing the winner of Motagua Cincinnati for a round of 16 tie. The winners of those two games play a round of 16 tie. Herediano and Real Salt Lake play LA Galaxy. LA Galaxy should still win that one either way. Tigres versus Cincinnati. I think Real Estelí is going to lose to Tigres, but Estelí almost beat America, so who knows? Who knows? Cincinnati is fraudulent. Motagua is fraudulent, too. It's the battle of the frauds. So, Tigres, Cincinnati, I think Tigres would win that versus LA Galaxy. I think LA Galaxy wins that. So, very likely the semifinals of America versus LA Galaxy on that side of the bracket. On the other side, if it ain't LA Galaxy, no. No, I really... Well, no, Columbus. Columbus or LA Galaxy, then Miami. Oh, by the way, now that Sporting Kansas City's getting Dejan Joveljic, guess who plays Miami in the round of round 1? Guess who's playing Miami? Right. Fraudulent Miami playing against Dejan Joveljic. He might single-handedly beat Miami. I'm not saying it'll happen, but I'm just saying don't be surprised. I agree with that. I agree with that as well. But if there are teams, the way Columbus's path is, Colorado versus LAFC. LAFC is probably winning that tie, but Colorado ain't a team you could sleep on. The winner of that plays Columbus in the round of 16. Columbus owns LAFC, and they should beat Colorado. I think Columbus goes to the quarterfinals and does enough to get there, and they probably win both matches. Sporting Kansas City versus Inter Miami, I still think Miami wins. They play Cavalier. They'll bounce Cavalier. Miami versus Columbus Crew, I think Columbus Crew is the better team. They win both matches, home and away, to go to the semifinal. You got the other side of that bracket, Forge versus Monterrey. Sadly, Monterrey wins that match. Saprissa Vancouver versus Monterrey in one of the round of 16s. Calvary versus Pumas. Pumas wins. Pumas Alajuelense. Pumas wins. I say Monterrey beats Vancouver. I say Monterrey beats Pumas. Monterrey versus Columbus. Well, we already saw what happened there. Columbus wins over 2 legs. The final, probably Club America beats LA Galaxy if Ricky Puig is not back. We'll see how that goes. If he is back, we'll see what happens. But Columbus versus America in Columbus. Exactly. I think that'll be in Columbus, though. I think Cruz Azul will do enough to make Club America lose the home field. And even LA Galaxy may get a result at home and make them lose home field to Columbus, probably. But you'll see what my full predictions are on Monday. Let me think these through. I think Cavalier could be inked out of Miami. Well, you're about to find out if you're right. I heard it. Let me put it like this. Okay? We're going to find out over the next 2 preseason games Miami have if they would lose to Cavalier. Simple as. If they beat Sporting San Miguelito and Olympia, they would not lose to Cavalier. It's that simple. I mean, as they should. Loan him out. Okay. Playing forward, Cruz Azul winning. The crowd loves him, but he's still not that good of a wrestler. Like, both things could be true. Like, if the crowd could love you, but in ring, you might not be too good. Like, I'm not saying I like Jay, but I don't think he's that good of a worker in ring, but damn, his gimmick is awesome. He's always been able to bring the energy, but in ring, singles especially, which is not his fault. He's been a tag team wrestler all his career. He's been a tag team wrestler all of his career. It is what it is. I mean, of course, he's not going to be so good singles. And I heard what they said, Pacharo. You already built a joke off of it, I heard. 23rd minute. Playing forward. You can't book anything. Being in the weeds is a bad thing. That's a bad thing. Brett screwed Brett. Brett screwed Brett. Simple. Don't leave a company saying you're going to leave it with their world title and think they're not going to try to get that belt off of you, all things. And not, oh, by the way, I'm happy the Raptors. I'm happy the Raptors have won 5 games in a row. But okay. They're not going to make the playoffs, but sure, I mean, it's better than losing. I know tanking's tanking, but, you know, I'd rather see some potential in the players they already have than tank. That's my opinion. Shot past the post. When you won that, I somewhat liked you. And you were playing my mortal enemy. Now I don't like y'all. So, y'all probably going to win, though. Well, they're wrong. He didn't fix nothing, but yeah. But 25th minute, 0-1, 0-1. '26th minute. Because he's old. Yeah, Jay and Matt are pretty similar. I agree, except I don't know how creative Jay is compared to Cross in. I think the thing that saved Matt Hardy is how creative his gimmicks were. Like, what makes him have his own... Like, yeah, people are going to remember Yeet for a couple of years, but Jey Uso... I think Michael Cole does it bad because he's old. As in, he's supposed to look like an idiot. He's supposed to look like he's behind the times. I think that's the joke. And he doesn't mind looking like a jackass. Even when he was a heel, he didn't mind it. So 2001. But like Matt Hardy, I think what worked for him and made him have his own path and will be remembered for a long time is how genius his gimmicks were, especially Broken Matt, in my opinion. I don't think Jay is like that. He's not a genius. I'm not saying he's stupid, but Matt Hardy, for better or for worse, is a genius. Matt Hardy came up with version 1, came up with the feud with his brother, came up with Broken Matt, came up with the Broken Universe, came up with the Deleters of Worlds. Like, Matt Hardy is a genius. Big Money Matt. Let's not forget about that either. But I think Jay is more like Matt Hardy, except he's not a genius. Like, yeah, people are going to remember Yeet for a couple of years, but it's not some people are going to be like, oh, 30 years from now, be like, oh, that was awesome. People be like, ah, ha, 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 that was funny. Like, people are going to remember Broken Matt for a while, for a long time. Be like, yeah, that final deletion, genius. What he did was genius. Vanguard won. The deletion matches. Come on. Like, I think we got to be clear. Who was always more popular? Who? 29th minute. That's Atalanta tying Barcelona. Well, I told you Atalanta could at least draw them, if not beat them. I saw it coming. I told you Atalanta, you got to watch out for them. They didn't win, but they drew. I told y'all watch out for them against Barca. And they drew, which counts for something. 0-1, 0-1, Cruz Azul. They're dominating this game. They're snuffing out Tijuana at this point. Not too surprised. Jeff, I think Matt was always the smarter brother. I think he was always the more talented, truly talented brother. Like, yeah, Jeff loved having high spot matches, and he was good in the ring, but Jeff cutting promos, I could deal without it. the most creative Jeff was when Matt was creating things for him, like Brother Nero. Willow, I feel like even though that was a Jeff character, that was a Matt idea. He helped him with that. I don't think Jeff was that creative or that smart. And I'm not trying to say, yeah, he was a troubled dude and still can be. And yes, Jeff, people root for him. They want to see him do well, and I do too. But yeah, Jeff's more popular than Matt, but my personal opinion. Exactly. '31st minute, but I believe that Matt Hardy. I honestly, I like Jeff Hardy. I like what he's done in the business. I'm not saying I don't, but I like Matt Hardy. I'm more of a fan of Matt Hardy, honestly. Yeah, he never had the same success as Jeff, but what Matt Hardy has created, the gimmicks that he's created, the matches that he's absolutely masterminded, the promos that he has. 0-1, Cruz Azul's winning. I've honestly always been more of a fan of Matt Hardy, to be fair. Okay. I know there are people wrestlers that go there for promo reasons so it is what it is. I don't hold John Cena wearing a damn Spurs shirt against him. So, Lita. Luca Romero, 6th minute. Ball was played back to him on a pass. He basically had open green. All he had to do was pop it into the net. He did. Luca Romero with a beautiful goal off of a good pass. Cross in, shot, save, header, goal, goal, goal de la máquina! Yorgos Giacomakis puts in the header rebound. 0-2. 0-2. Ball bounces in front. Shot taken, saved by the keeper. Ball bounces to Yorgos Giacomakis, and a diving header slides forward and pops it in. '33rd minute. 0-2. It's a mismatch. Tijuana ain't it this season. Toluca put 4 past them with ease. I think Cruz Azul's angry. I legit think Cruz Azul is angry right now. They want to make a point. They want to make a point. Whether that's a point against Anselmi, the directivos, the fact that people are leaving them for dead, I'm not too sure, but it's a point against somebody that they could still get it done. I think Anselmi leaving, they didn't start the season well over those first 2 matches, but they're starting to wake up. They're starting to fight. They're starting to show their talent, which I thought would happen anyway. But maybe those first 2 matches, they knew Anselmi was leaving and he was about to be screwed over, once it came out. I don't think this is against Anselmi. I don't think this is a point they're trying to make against Anselmi. I don't. I think it's more of a point against the directivos for screwing him over and the media for screwing him over. And then presumptively basically writing Cruz Azul off, I think. Yeah, I bet. I think they understand that Anselmi he got a good offer that anybody would take, or at least anybody in their right mind would take. He got an offer to coach a European club. Better to be at a European club. He deserved the move. I think he told them about it, and I think they knew that it was coming. And I think they knew that once it happened that he was going to get sullied in the media. I ain't doing the Rumble. Maybe if you're saying you're going to do a super chat for me to do the Rumble, no, I ain't doing that. I told you, the Rumble's a different situation. You have to hear the theme songs. That's part of it. Now, if you did it before WrestleMania, well, not this year. I want to hear John Cena's entrance. I want to enjoy his last WrestleMania entrance. But, hey, maybe SummerSlam. I don't know. I'm busy next month, so, or February, so. Probably not. Not right now. I think there should be more characters. But 37th minute. I don't think I'll be doing the Rumble or WrestleMania this year. Because night one, TFC's playing night one. And then second night's probably when Cena's wrestling. And I really want to enjoy his final entrance and match. Like everything with it. Like the crowd noise, the commentary. So. I'm glad that if TFC, I'm sure he'll play wrestle night 2. Like he wouldn't wrestle 1. Like there's no way. 8:30 p.m. What if America played the Canadian League? They would absolutely stomp out everybody. An 8:30 p.m. start on the 19th of April. I heard about Fire 8. I didn't watch it. 38th minute. Playing forward. Didn't like Nirvana get back together during it, though, or something like that. Well, like, playing forward, 38th minute. 0-2. Thirty-ninth minute. It is interesting, but I think they're going to do well, or he will do well. Yakamakis is down. When did you stop watching American Idol? I never really watched the ABC version. I'd say I didn't watch the final season on Fox. season, I guess, season 15. Season 14, I didn't really watch much of either. I watched a couple. I didn't really watch season 14 either. Season 13, I think, was the last season of Idol I really, really watched. Then I never really watched the ABC seasons either. Maybe like a finale episode here or there. Like the first episode, like the first auditions they ever had on ABC. But it's not the same. It's not the same. So. '40th minute, 0-2, Xolos. Cruz Azul should win this match. I think they have this. Very stop-start, very back and forth, I think. But what can you do? I think it's very back and forth. But they go into VAR. Oh, we're going to VAR. They're going to VAR. Handball. This might be a penalty. Chris Daughtry. Kelly Clarkson. I mean, Carrie Underwood's in there. Winner? Her, Kelly Clarkson. You throw in, like, runners-up and people who had careers off the show. Chris Daughtry. I mean, come on. Daughtry. Yeah. Now, the thing that I want to argue is that David Cook should have had a way better career than he did. Adam Lambert, I think he had a pretty good career, especially now being the front man of Queen, which, awesome. I like Adam Lambert, but I think David Archuleta should have had a better career. I don't know why he didn't. Well, him going on that mission didn't help. That Mormon mission didn't help him. Basically put the momentum he had. He couldn't really strike while the iron was hot. So I think that's pretty much a good explanation for that. David Cook should have had a way better career. I don't know why he didn't. Scotty McCreery started. Idol didn't start him off. Like, he won. But the reason Scotty McCreery had such a good career now is because he still bet on himself and went independent. And now it's going better for him. Let's see what the call is. Penalty. Penalty for Cruz Azul. Penalty para Cruz Azul. It was a handball for sure. I mean, that's not even a bad call. Sanjaya, he was always a joke. He got further than he should have. Like, I thought it was funny at the time, but the man was a joke. The man was a joke. And he got further than he should have. Huh. Interesting. So instead of the She Believes Cup, they're going to go to Spain. Okay. Penalty, and it's going to be Rotondi to take. Carlos Rotondi to take the penalty. Make it 3-0. I agree. I'm still probably going to bet on the Chiefs and pick them to win for, like, not because I don't want them to, but it's called emotional whatever it's called. Shot, goal, penalty scored by Carlos Rotondi. '44th minute, penalty scored. 0-3. American Idol, or The Voice, I mean, it's better now, but I still think Idol found more talented singers. historically. An X Factor that never, American X Factor never did. British X Factor did, but idle. But emotional hedge, yeah. I'll probably still bet on the Chiefs for an emotional hedge. God knows the rest are still going to help them win. So, I agree. So, will I bet on the Chiefs? Probably. Emotional hedge. If the Eagles win, the Chiefs lost. I may have lost some money, but the Chiefs lost. If the Chiefs win, I make money. I make some money. I think I might. Also, I'll probably do my prediction the same way as I bet the game. And also the Super 6, I'll probably bet it the fact that the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl. Even if I think Saquon's going to run for... Well, yeah, you're an Eagles fan. Me, I don't like either of your teams, but I like the Eagles more than I do the Chiefs. But I really don't like either team. I want the Meteor, but I'd rather have the Eagles win than the Chiefs. But if the Chiefs get bullshit a three-peat, maybe Travis Kelce will propose to Taylor Swift on the field. That's good. And I make money because I'll bet on it. It doesn't... Oh, I would love that. I would love that if it went their way. If, like, I don't know, A.J. Brown caught a helmet catch, David Tyree style. Who's the most useless wide receiver on the Eagles? Or they just throw Cooper DeJean out there for... They're going to throw a Hail Mary. They throw Cooper DeJean out there, and he catches a helmet catch because why not? I know he's a center. Not a center, a corner. But I don't know. Trying to think. Who's the most useless wide receiver on the Eagles? Because that's what David Tyree was until he did the helmet catch. We need somebody useless. It can't be A.J. Brown. It can't be A.J. Brown. He's useful. Or Dallas Goedert does it for reasons. He's got the big two. "47th minute. But my point being is this. I don't really like the Eagles, but I hate the Chiefs. This is not the Super Bowl I wanted. I wanted Bills-Lions or Bills-Eagles. Championship round, when it got to Championship Sunday, I wanted Bills-Eagles or Bills-Commanders. I just wanted the Bills in there. Divisional round, I wanted it to be, well, if it was the Rams, I would have worn a St. Louis Rams shirt, but just as a troll job. But, you know, I don't even really want to buy Eagles shirt. Yeah. Maybe I'll go to maybe there'll be an Eagles hat at the mall. Either way, some green t-shirt with a camo green hat. There you go. Maybe I'll just wear the same thing I wore 2 years ago. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that black neon green John Cena shirt will work, I guess. Wrigley Field, Fenway Park, and I mean, honestly, the rest of them are newer. Bush 2 or Bush 3? Bush 3? Bush 3, I guess. You mean the plane crash? Okay, good point. Dodger Stadium. Good point. It was a plane crash, not a missile. Wait, did a missile hit Philly after a plane crash just happened? Or they figure out it was a missile? Crazy stuff is happening. It was a plane crash, I thought. I still think Busch 3 is better than Dodger Stadium, to be fair. I know it's 19 years old, but Busch 3 is still one of the more, I don't know how to put it, one of the more classic of the new stadiums. Like, it's a fair enough, but the way it went down, fair enough. But it's sad to see. It's sad to see. The plane crash over Washington, D.C., then this. It's sad. It's sad to see these happen. And it's a tragedy. It's sad to see these tragedies happen. I can only imagine what the families of the people in the crash are feeling like right now. In either of the crashes, I can only imagine. 51st minute, can only imagine. Coors Field is not, no, it's not a classic. I feel like Coors Field is a cheat code. Like, it's not an ugly stadium, but it's a cheat code. It's a cheat code. It's a bandbox. .52 minute. Yeah, 52 should be 7 minutes. So we're about to get the second half or halftime. And we got a scrap. You know what? How we doing, Connor? I think considering I have the Rumble, I still back Busch 3. I still back Busch 3. It's top 3. Yankee Stadium, the new Yankee Stadium sucks. Citi Field, it's not Shea. I think a lot of the character has gone out of baseball stadiums, like classic stadiums. Oh, I agree with that. Yeah. Citizens Bank Park has an amazing atmosphere. I don't disagree. It's still not better than Busch 3 as like a stadium. Like as a stadium. And it's 3-0. 3-0 Cruz Azul. Like, now this game's turning into it shouldn't be reviewed because it's a blowout. I'll just be live for it, and then we'll... Camden Yards. Okay, Camden Yards isn't bad. I'll give Camden Yards its respect. Camden Yards is a classic. It is a classic. I'd love to go to Camden Yards. I would. I won't lie. Whether the Jays are playing there or not, I'd love to go to Baltimore to go to Camden Yards. That is a beautiful stadium. I won't lie. Oh, yeah, parking at St. Louis is awful. Oh, yeah, I don't disagree. It is awful. It is awful. You're right. It is awful. But you get there early enough. Yeah, you may have to spend like an extra hour at Ballpark Village, but that's what it's there for. You know? Get there early, spend an extra hour at Ballpark Village. Hour and a half. Oh, yeah, that does make it awful. That does make it awful. I won't disagree. It's team lots, a reasonable 25. True. Now, I will say that normally when I went to Busch Stadium, it was always comp tickets for my dad's former job. They got bought out. Nothing bad. His job got bought out. Nothing bad. Oh. You know what I mean by that. But it used to be comp tickets, so we got parking passes with the tickets. So, yeah, if it was $80. Yeah, no. Good thing it was a comp parking passes as well. When I said it was nothing bad, he didn't do anything bad. He got screwed over. He got screwed over by venture capitalists. Is all I'm going to say. Oh, you're going to find out at some point. It was going to become, sooner rather than later, it was going to become pretty damn obvious what happened. So, you were, yeah. But thoughts and prayers in Philadelphia, yep. But yeah, enjoy this view. But all that being said, enjoy this view. It'll be different in a while. There'll be a different view sooner rather than later. So I'll just put it like that. Well, the Rams did win a game before they lost, so luckily for you, it's your last game. With that being said, I agree. We did stop. Oh. Don't remind me about that Super Bowl. Don't remind me. Yeah, when Toronto gets their team. Yeah. But yeah, well, speaking of other things, I'm not going to go live. I'm not going to review this game. It's turned into a blowout. I don't think I need to say anything more. So we'll leave it. We'll leave this where it is. We'll finish the stream and we'll leave it where it is. Kind of want to get up a bit early on Rumble Day, so then I can watch it up there. Sit tight, I'll be back. You know what? If I'm not reviewing it, why do stats of the half? I'll be back. Sit tight. we're back at the half. I will finish off the stream, and that'll be it for today. My Dynasty Stars will get month ahead tomorrow morning. And I'll be live on Sunday for Miami versus Sporting San Miguelito and reviewing that. But this game's turned into a blowout. This game's turning into a blowout, so I ain't got much to say unless Tijuana scores 3 goals. Unless they score 3 goals, then I guess we will. But I don't think that's happening. This is a blowout. I mean, it's late. I don't know about how many clicks the video will get. And honestly, I think cool. I mean, technically, though, only signing Mexican players, isn't that technically DEI? You're not signing players because they're your best players. You're signing players because they're from the country you are in. Isn't Chivas technically DEI? Isn't it technically? Like, signing the best players is not DEI, whether they're from Colombia or the USA or Mexico. They're signing Mexican players because that's all they can sign. So they sign. No, it was a Mississippi State versus Iowa review. So. So no, I did not. That was not. No. That video was a Mississippi State Iowa review, so ReliaQuest. Well, at the time it was the Outback Bowl, but so no. But technically, whatever. I mean, technically, yeah, they've gotten worse. Yeah, they've definitely taken a nosedive since, for sure. So have the Union. Well, at least your nosedive was a 1-year nosedive. Yeah, but oh wait, you can't sign players. You're on the FIFA transfer ban list. Oh right, I forgot about that. And you got Bradley Carnell as your coach. I mean, he wasn't bad with St. Louis, but at least he had players that were brought in that weren't youth players. Hey, that means Kevin Sullivan's going to have to play a lot of games this year. We're going to find out how good he really is. We're going to find out how good he really is. We're going to find out how good he really is. I hope he is. I hope he is as good as they say he is. I hope he is as good as they say he is. I'm not saying that I don't want him to be good. Like I want his hype to be somewhat realized, you know? Not against Toronto, of course, but I want to see him do well. I do. Then he has to go to Man City, which that sure that will quickly, if they go down due to the freaking 115, I think that'll change, but I don't know about that. But hopefully he's not Freddie Adu, is my point. Hopefully he's not that. I think he does. I mean, the way MLS is now and the fact he's going to get a couple of years in MLS and he knows where he's going in a couple of years, I think he will be better than Freddie Adu. We'll see how that goes, though. Well, he's always been on the grind. I agree. I agree. But I will say that sometimes you need the tough moments to make the good moments better. Damn. The plane that crashed in Philly was a medical plane carrying 6 people, including a pediatric patient. Oh. Oof. That's damn. Man, that's sad. Yep, that's the same plane. Damn. That's even like a plane crash itself is horrible, but a medical plane carrying a pediatric patient is just I couldn't even imagine. You're getting medevaced to try to heal from something, and next thing you know, well, we don't know exactly what illness it was. And normally, if you're terminally ill, you're probably not getting medevaced, especially in a place like Philly. You're probably not. So it probably was, I'm not going to speculate, but it was probably something that was acute, not like a pediatric stroke or a heart attack, some more of that ilk. But like if it was Mississippi, yeah, you probably get medevac for anything, especially if it's fixable or healable. But Philadelphia though, Pennsylvania probably not. It was a charity, Shriners charity. The news said, yeah, if you're, they don't just do cancer. Like Shriners does a lot of children's hospital things. They don't just do cancer. Like they do, if you're disadvantaged and you're a child and you're sick with anything, they're there for you. So you don't have, they, out of the goodness of their hearts, that it's free. I think, of course, they're known for fighting cancer, but the Shriners and such, but they do more than that. But if it was cancer, I don't think, in that case, even then, I don't think the kid would be getting medevaced because, well, they're known for cancer, but they do more than cancer. So I don't know. I'm going to stop speculating because that's just not right. But I don't think it's right. So we'll leave that alone. But second half's about to start. We'll get this game finished. So, I mean, I don't think, but it's still sad, and I'm going to stop speculating. I'm going to stop speculating, but it's sad. If Superman spits on you, is it like getting shot by a bullet? I have no idea. I have no idea. I would. substitutions, or are they just getting the second half ready? I'm not sure. Oh, they're making some subs. They're making a good amount of subs because at this point, you might as well. What are you saying? Is Superman on top of the Empire State Building? Yeah, if he spits on you from the top of the Empire State Building, he's probably being shot, getting shot like a bullet, or feels like getting shot by a bullet. Because, physics. I mean, have you ever heard about the coin, dropping a coin from the top of the Empire State Building? Like, yeah, if it hits somebody, it's probably going to hurt, at least. If not, kill them. Well, I've heard that's possible. I've heard that's possible. And we're off. Second half. A little rain. Yeah, but it's not. It's falling from clouds, and it isn't falling that fast. Well, you have a point, though. But a coin, though, that's metal. And it gains more and more speed as it's going down straight. Especially if you drop it lengthwise. I mean, gravity. Maybe it's because a coin's metal. I don't know. I didn't take physics. I have no idea. Tijuana playing forward. I didn't take physics, so that tells you. Save. I didn't take physics. I just heard what I heard. I didn't take physics. So, do with that what you will. Do with that what you will. Playing forward, Tijuana trying to get back into this game. If they tie this up at 3-3, I'm gonna have to talk. I'm gonna have to review this one. So, playing forward. If Cruz Azul blows this out, 3-1 or 4-1 or 4-0, which it seems like they will with how that first half went. Oh. 47th minute. Madrigal's on for Franco. Castañeda's off for Raul. Blanco's off for Tona. Here comes Cruz Azul. Blocked away. Hmm. 48th minute. Yakamaki's not happy right now. Throw in. Throw in. Playing forward. Not MLS caught up to Liga MX. What's the next league we have to catch? Brasileirão, Eredivisie, Belgium. I mean, all three of those are pretty damn close. Once you catch up to one, you're probably catching up to all three. But I'd say Belgium, then Brasileirão, then Eredivisie, in my opinion. I think catching up to Belgium is the first job. I think then you catch up to Brazil, then you catch up to the Eredivisie. But I think if we've caught up to Liga MX, we've already caught up to Argentina, frankly. That's the thing nobody's talking about. I think AI is fake news. AI is fake news. AI is fake news. Fake news. You are fake news. Well, I mean, in theory, yes. 50th minute. '50th minute. '50th minute, ball crossed in. It's past the post. '51st minute. Cruz Azul's running away with this match. Will they keep running away with it? Seems to me they will. And they might just legitimately, nope, that's out for a throw. Playing forward, they'll be saved. Do you see the new Leagues Cup format? Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. Like, I actually like it. I mean, every game up until like the semifinals is basically guaranteed to be MLS versus Liga MX. I don't mind it. You play 3 games against teams of an opposite league, and the top 2 teams per group go through the quarterfinals. There's 8 teams, so top 4 teams per league, I'm guessing. So 18 plus 18 is 28, 36. So 18 team leagues, top 4. Yeah, but I don't mind it. I think it's a good format. Is it confusing? Maybe. But so be it. 53rd minute. I don't mind it. 54th minute. Once this game's over, we will push on. Will not be a review because as far as I know, as far as I can see, this game's a damn blowout. There's not much to talk about. But saying how many Sevilla former players are at Monterrey. Well, there you go. It is pretty crazy how Monterrey is definitely picking up multiple players from, damn it, Sevilla. Santi Jimenez looks like he's moving to AC Milan. Looks like it will happen. '55th minute. Good for him. Free kick for Tijuana. Here comes the free kick. Any day now. I mean, when you put it like that, I mean, yeah. If a dog's walking over train tracks, it's going to get run over if the horn blows. Shot, save. And it just stands on the tracks. You have a point. Like, that is a good point, that if a dog's walking over the train tracks and a train's coming, it's going to get run over. You're right. I mean, that may be a dark way to put it, but you're not wrong. So don't let a dog get out and walk over train tracks. Well, I feel like I keep talking. It's just going. We'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone after that. Cruz Azul. If you bet on it now, you ain't gaining nothing. Bet for Tijuana plus 3,500. Draws plus 2,000. So that's where this game's going, mind you. If they were to connect St. Louis to any other city via bullet train, what city would you choose? I mean, Chicago, Nashville, Memphis. Like, honestly, we have so many tracks in this country that they should be able to build up the infrastructure of trains to bullet train Acela levels outside of the Northeast corridor. And they've tried to do that with Amtrak Illinois, so they are sort of St. Louis to Chicago. They are getting on that, of course. But New Orleans, like, just imagine bullet trains from St. Louis to New Orleans, or St. Louis to Memphis, or St. Louis to Louisville, or Chicago. Like, there's so many tracks in this country that you could upgrade them pretty easily to Acela levels bullet train levels. You could, I believe. I believe you could. And the fact they haven't is just mind-boggling to me. Now, it's mind-boggling to me because I believe that you could easily. What they did with the Acela, and that is a lot of outdoor track, by the way. It's not like the Acela runs through many tunnels on its trips. Now, of course, it comes out of a tunnel, of course, goes into a tunnel, but it doesn't run through many tunnels. I've looked. I've never been on the Acela corridor, but I've looked into it. I've seen it runs through open spaces. So you could do the same with St. Louis to Chicago corridor, St. Louis to New Orleans corridor. You can do that anywhere. I believe personally that Amtrak, I know they're government owned, so they probably won't get the funding now to do it, but I think that is one of the things that if Trump's government funded it, hell, even if Biden's government funded it, I would have supported them funding Amtrak to make the tracks better and make them more high-speed Acela-like across the country and even build more tracks. I think train travel is something that should be expedited and also supported. I believe that 100%. I believe that 100%. If Japan can do it, if China can do it, we can. We already have the track down in most places. I don't see why not. I think it's been neglected. Train travel over the years, I think it's been neglected. I think especially outside of the Northeast. But if you've done it once and other countries have done the same, I don't see why you can't. And even regionally, Amtrak Illinois, from St. Louis to Chicago, they're starting to do a lot more high-speed rail across the state of Illinois and going into St. Louis. So regionally, saved, shot over the bar. So honestly, well, yeah, Amtrak California, they're definitely fair enough, true. Amtrak California has definitely also tried to be more like the Acela corridor. So I get, yeah, you're right about that. It's not as well, and it took a little bit longer, but yeah, Amtrak California definitely is trying to be more like the Northeast and Acela. So, but I guess I had to see if it worked over there, Northeast, with a lot of cities around and people maybe going from New York to Washington or New York to New Jersey or Washington to Maryland or Washington to Philadelphia. And you have to get there quickly. It worked. Suffice it to say. Acela worked. So now Illinois and California are trying to get more onto situations like that. But I think I support anything that makes the rail system in this country better. I support it. If there's more funding for Amtrak, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. I support it. If they build more track, more routes, higher speed routes, I'm happy with it. That's all I'm saying. I think so. That's what I've been saying. Have you not been listening to the past 5 minutes of me just talking about Amtrak should be better? I just said yes. All that to say, yes, I think it could. All that to say, I think there should be an Amtrak bullet train or an Amtrak Acela across the country if they want to still go with that brand name. Yeah. Like Amtrak Acela across the country instead of Superliner or Texas Eagle. Hell, you could still call each route the same route. Like you could still call the Texas Eagle route goal for Xolos. So they finally got one. Shot, goal, past the arms of Mir. There's a goal, 1-3. Shot taken, it's in, 1-3. Let's see if they come back. Here's the problem with that, at least train-wise. There will be, like, every private train company is freight. Union Pacific is freight. BSNF, freight. Amtrak's the only travel train company, and it's government subsidized. Nobody's going to start. Ivan Tona scores a goal. 64th minute. 1-3. 1-3. Let's see. Like, I believe in the free market, but I'm also being realistic here. Nobody is going to start a private train company to build high-speed rail that is traveling train. Amtrak is going to be the only company that could do that. Nobody is going to build the capital to build a train company, a private train company to build that rail. They would have to let Amtrak run that rail as well, and other companies like the freight companies. It's you have what you have. Goal. It was one already. Tijuana got one already. Cleared away. So I want the free market to lead things, but I know damn well nowadays you ain't going to get somebody to buy in and make a private train company to have high-speed rail. It's going to be Amtrak or nobody. I know that. And I don't mind that. In that situation, I do not mind it because I am being realistic, holistically. You want high-speed rail in the USA that's travel, it's going to have to be Amtrak. Point blank period. Nobody's going to start a company to start high-speed rail in the USA that's private. Because you have to get the capital to start the company. You have to buy the trains. You have to build the track. It's going to be a big old money sink. And the problem with that is who's to say that people are going to, once they know about it, they'll ride it. It's too much challenge when if somebody's going to do it, it's going to be Amtrak. Two substitutions. I think it's being realistic, but that's just my opinion. I just think in that situation it's being realistic. Fernandez and Gutierrez are coming on for Cruz Azul. Sometimes you have to be realistic. There's not a company already in the sphere who can do it. And it's also a very, Luca Romero's off for Gutierrez. It's also a very high overhead thing to just start. You have to be real. Like building roads is not as high overhead. A private company starting to build roads is not as high of an overhead as building trains and buying cars and buying locomotives. And it's not as much of a high overhead. Besides, you ride on roads anyway. So if you're going to drive on a road, you're going to drive on a road. They're going to make money off of it. Oh, Yakamaki's got a yellow as he came off the pitch. So my point being is this. There are things you can do privately that you can start a company for if it ain't already there. Or redirect appropriations to that will work better. Train, a new private train company to build high-speed rail. That's just way too much money to gain venture capitally. Here comes Xolos. Xolos, shot, goal! 2! They've scored a second! Oh, Lord. They've scored a second. They got in behind Cruz Azul. 69th minute. I may have to review this match. Dear God. Way too much space. If Cruz Azul wins, Joel scores the goal. '69th minute. 2-3, 2-3. That might just be. If the sports leagues helped build, that's a genius idea. The sports leagues help subsidize it to get the stadiums easier. You can start with that. You just had a genius idea. You know what? I like it. I like it. See, that's the idea. The sports league subsidize the company who builds the high-speed rail that's private to get people to stadiums easier from away trips. That's genius. Oh my God, that's genius. I never thought of it like that. That's genius. That is genius. '70th minute. They won't even pay for their own stadiums. Yeah, but you tell them, hey, high-speed rail for people who want to get to these matches quicker. I mean, away days are kind of crazy in the USA considering how big the country is. I'm just saying. Let's think about it. Still probably would have to rely on Amtrak, but there's an idea. 71st minute. '72nd minute. Can Cruz Azul hold on? '72nd minute. Cruz Azul playing through. USA's finally taking MLS serious now. I would agree with that. Playing forward, Cruz Azul could clear. Yes. Yes, he would have. He definitely ruined his own career. I don't disagree. He definitely cared more about his antics than baseball. I think he definitely hurt his own career. Like, Yasiel Puig was a very good player, but he definitely was focused more on his antics. And that's what got him kicked out of LA. playing Cincinnati and Cleveland, and of course. Playing forward. Cleared away. I Show Speed became the mayor of Lima, Peru for 1 hour. Shot. Oh, save. Oh, no. Headed away. Corner for Toluca or Tijuana. Tijuana. Xolos. What the? '75th minute. Corner for Tijuana. Xolos. '76th minute. Playing forward. Cruz Azul does get it clear. 15 more minutes to go. And Cruz Azul is absolutely collapsing. Free kick. Throw in. They're absolutely collapsing. Well, I don't know about absolutely, but possibly. '77th minute. Free kick, 77th minute. And Cruz Azul players down, and here we go. Speaking of flopping, here comes a fight. Flappy Bird, that game was cool. Yeah? 78th minute. And start a fight. 78th minute. Cruz Azul. Edge is better as a heel. Way better as a heel. Way better. 79th minute. Here comes the free kick. Yellow card. Yeah, that was Prime Edge. Rated R Superstar was Prime Edge for sure. Saved. Be a goal kick into the 80th minute. Get into the final 10 minutes. Will Cruz Azul hold on? Corner. Cruz Azul. Getting to the 81st minute. This game's starting to slow down and, well, cleared away. Header. She's gotten better. She's gotten safer. Yeah. She's actually a much safer worker than she used to be. I'd say ever since early in her most recent return, she's been very much safer. In better shape, actually stronger. And actually been a safer worker, yeah. It's actually awesome how what she's turned into performer-wise. So she's still more of a giant type of wrestler, as in strong, more imposing than most of the women on the roster, of course, but it's now she uses it more as good storyline, good work, and more meaningful to the match. Right now, teetering on the edge of it, I could say. Throw in for Tijuana. Cleared away. Cruz Azul trying to push forward for one more. Why did he stop running forward? That was a stupid play. Like, why don't you run forward? Cleared away for a corner. There you go. 83rd minute. Well, it somewhat worked out. Somewhat worked out there. Corner. 84th minute. Short corner. Shot saved. Good idea, bad execution. Still 2-3, 2-3. This doesn't end up a draw, we'll leave this as a live stream. If this ends up as a draw or a Tijuana win, I will review it. Cruz Azul still ends up winning, I'll push on, leave it as a stream, and then we'll move on. 85th minute. Playing forward, bad giveaway. What's a Cruz Azul? When they choke. Because Cruz Azul is known for choking and losing matches from a winning position. Or ties. Header. That'll be out for a goal kick. Basically, they're known for choking. Every time that Cruz Azul chokes, Cruz Azul. 'Garcia is on for Cruz Azul. Think Shane McMahon will make a surprise appearance at the Rumble? No, I don't. 87th minute. Playing forward, 87th minute. Vamos Cruz Azul. They're about, I don't know if they're about to throw it away, but they're walking on a tightrope. 88th minute. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen in stoppage time. I just have a feeling. Playing forward. I watch classic WWE. I do. I enjoy watching Macho Man's matches. I enjoy watching Ricky Steamboat work. Headed away. Picked up for a goal kick. I enjoy watching Bret Hart's work. I do. Shawn Michaels. I watch classic WWE. I watch classic WWE. I watch classic New Japan, classic matches from WCW, ECW, like current New Japan as well. All Japan, Misawa. Like, I watch a lot of current and old wrestling. Old Ring of Honor. I don't like the new Ring of Honor, but that's because, well, who owns the thing? There you go. Old AJ Styles matches from the TNA years. I like what TNA Impact's doing nowadays as well, I have to say. PWG. 89th minute. Because Vince didn't like him. Because Vince didn't understand him. Because Vince didn't really like luchadors. That's probably why. It's all Vince McMahon. Pretty much. Yeah. Not a bad move, to be fair. 90th minute. How long will the stoppage time be? Playing forward. 10 seconds to go. Picked it up. 8 minutes of stoppage time. Oh, Lord. Well, if you think this game is going to be tied, it probably will in 8 minutes. 8 minutes to go. Cruz Azul has to hold on for 8 minutes to get the win. If they do, I'll leave this as it is. The stream will be over and no review. If they draw or lose in 8 minutes time, review. I'll review it if there's a draw or loss for Cruz Azul. Because that, like, yeah, it's crazy that they blew 2 goals, but they still won. Just move on. Hmm. 7 minutes to go. Back to where he started. Seven minutes to go. Players down. Hurt for Cruz Azul. Throw in. 6 minutes to go. Yep. Cross in. Header. Backwards. That wasn't forwards. That was backwards. In through. Blocked away. Cleared. 6 minutes to go. Ninety-third minute. Yeah. Free kick for Tijuana. Free kick, and they got out of formation. That was weird. Ooh, that could have been an own goal quickly. Cleared away. Out for a throw for Cruz Azul halfway through stoppage time. You know, I like Jim Cornette. I think his heart's in the right place. I think he has his ideal of wrestling. He has the way he sees the sport, but I like him better than Vince Russo. I think, yeah, I disagree at times with Jim Cornette. I think he could take things a bit too far, especially with things that he doesn't like, but he has his ideals. And I think he normally stands for what's right in the business. I do. So I like Jim Cornette. I do. I think he's a very good mind. I don't agree with him all the time, but nobody does. Nobody does. So. Three minutes to go. It's out for, might be yellow card. Foul. Looks to me like it'll be a free kick at the corner. Basically a corner. 3 minutes to go. Or now it'll be two. Now it'll be two. Two minutes to go. Oh, they didn't show the CONCACAF matches on Cruz Azul's next matches thing. Didn't they show America's friendly with LAFC, though? Weird. Headed down. 1 minute 30 to go. And Cruz Azul will still hold on to a win in this match if they could hold on for another minute 30. Less than a minute 30. It's getting closer to a minute 15. 2-3, 2-3. Headed on. 1 minute to go. Saved. 97th minute. A tale of two halves. But in the end, that second half doesn't matter. As well, for now, it doesn't matter. For now, it doesn't matter. All goes out in the wash. If, as I said, if this ends up being a draw, I will review it. But for now, it doesn't matter. Cruz Azul's winning with a minute to go. Now 30 seconds. That might change. But so far, it looks like they'll hold on. Doing that doesn't help, though. Huh? 20 seconds. Well, when I said stoppage time, I didn't say the last minute. 10 seconds to go. Five seconds. Over the top. Headed on. Still room to run through. Crosses over the top. Header. Goal! Goal! Offside! No, it's offside! Oh my God! It is offside! Oh my God! It is called offside! It is called offside! They're going to have to check this one. Balls crossed in. I mean, I don't think so. I'm not too. I don't. They're going to have to check it. They're going to have to check it. Will Cruz Azul get away with one? 99th minute. If they don't get the goal, if Tijuana doesn't get the goal, Cruz Azul got away with one. Ay. Lordy. Let's see what they're saying on the thread. Hold on. There's no good camera angle. Sucks for Xolos. Cruz Azul incoming. Unbelievable. Nah, that's in. Cruz Azul got saved. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a goal kick. It looks like it's going to be a goal kick. As far as I can tell, it looks like it's going to be a goal kick. It looks like it's offside. It looks like it stays offside. It looks like the call stays offside. If they let him take the kick, it's dead to rights. It's dead to rights if he takes the kick before they... Oh, no, they told me he could take the kick. Okay. Full time! And Cruz Azul holds on and wins. Dos a tres esta noche. 2-3. Cruz Azul holds on and wins. Cruz Azul ganador. They get the win. They just got away with it. I mean, there was no good angles on that. By the skin of their teeth, Cruz Azul wins. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. Want to subscribe. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. It wasn't a draw. It wasn't a draw. As I said, Tijuana didn't draw. Didn't actually draw. And they didn't win. They got called offside. They didn't actually score. If I didn't want to wake up early for the Rumble, somewhat early for pre-Rumble, whatever's, it would be. But Cruz Azul won. So, with that being said, Dynasty Stars, I will see you tomorrow for Month Ahead. I'll put that up in the morning, or whenever I wake up, I'll put up Month Ahead. Sunday, I'll be live and reviewing Sporting San Miguelito versus Inter de Miami preseason friendly. I'll see you then, but we'll leave it as it is. I'm Ron and I'm out. Peace. See ya.